to happen in fairy tale land.
Remembrance of things past.
What do you want?
There are battery charges against me, pending. I really don't relish the thought of spending any more time locked up in a cage.
What do I get out of it?
Help with your Mary Margaret problem. You see, I've noticed that no matter how hard you seem to try to stop them, she and her charming friend just keep finding ways to be together. If something tragic were to happen to David's wife, and if Mary Margaret should take the blame,
She'd be ruined.
and you'd have your victory at last.
See, I can't. So, Rumple's the one who gave her the idea of doing all this? Like, come on! Like, you can't pick sides.
That's beautiful, sweetheart.
Is that her dad?
That's beautiful? I'd hardly call that beautiful. You didn't like it, Mother. You ride like a man. Who's going to want to marry you when you behave like a commoner?
Honey, please leave her alone.
Stop coddling her. She's becoming an old maid. All the other girls her age are married.
Why do you always have to criticize me?
I'm not criticizing you. I'm helping you.
So is this before Regina becomes evil queen? When she's good?
Don't you walk away from me.
Oh,
Mother! Why can't I just be myself?
Oh, because you can be so much more.
her mother's kind of a bitch.
Daniel?
Oop. Just hanging out with the stable boy. This makes sense to the episode. The stable boy.
Mary Margaret, how's she doing?
How do you think she's doing?
Well, I think the last time we spoke, she didn't quite get what I meant.
I'm sure your heart is in the right place, but the last thing she needs right now is words of encouragement from you.
They say only the guilty sleep in prison.
What are you doing here? Where's Emma?
She hasn't arrived yet. I just wanted to stop by to offer you a chance. A chance to spare yourself and this town the messiness of a trial. The chance to confess.
But I didn't kill Catherine.
Because confession or not, you're leaving Storybrooke.
And you like that. Why? Why do you take such pleasure in this? What did I ever do to you to make you hate me so much?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, what? Are we finally gonna learn why Regina hates Snow so much?
This is absurd. Stealing kisses between lunch and tea? When are you going to tell your parents about us?
It's not my parents. It's her.
Tell her. She'll get over it. What can she do?
Have you not seen her magic? The real question is, what can she do? Shh, someone's here. Give me your hand!
You saved my life.
Are you all right?
But I'll never ride again.
The only way to overcome fear is to face it. To get back on that horse as soon as possible. Regina.
I'm Snow.
Okay. That's weird.
A pre-trial interview with the prosecution? Explain to me how that is a good idea.
The DA merely wishes to ask Miss Blanchard a few questions. I believe our best chance of winning this case is to employ our most valuable asset.
What's that?
Well, that's you, dear. A sweet, kind elementary school teacher. Doesn't exactly fit the prototype of a killer now, does it?
That's how you're gonna get her acquitted, by using her personality?
Perception is everything, Miss Swan, not just in a courtroom, but in life. As such, I'm sure you can imagine how the jury would perceive Miss Blanchard if she agreed to cooperate with the district attorney. These things engender trust. It shows the jury she's at least trying.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just came by to drop these off.
What did you find?
Nothing. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep digging, and I won't stop until I do find something.
You're so full of crap.
I'm going to talk to the DA.
Excellent decision, Miss Blanchard.
Oh, you gotta
My name
be
is
kidding
Spencer.
me.
I'm the district attorney. Shall we begin?
You gotta be kidding me.
After she learned about your affair, Mrs. Nolan, the deceased, came to your school to confront you. Is that correct?
She was hurt.
She felt betrayed.
She struck you.
Yes,
That
but
must have made you angry.
You don't have to answer that.
I was not angry.
The wife of the man you loved humiliated you in a public forum. Surely you must have felt some anger towards Catherine.
Yes, I was angry.
And did you ever think about acting upon that anger?
Of course not.
The client is answering no more questions for the day.
Your client agreed to this interview because she claimed she had nothing to hide.
I don't have anything to hide.
Then what is your answer? You wanted Catherine gone, didn't you?
Yes, of course I wanted her gone. She was the only thing keeping us apart, so yeah, I wanted her gone. Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah. So what he just did was a whole bunch of trickery because he can edit that tape however he wants to. And she just said that. Like, she done dug herself a deep hole.
Why is the king coming?
Because you've finally done something right. That little girl you saved, it's the king's daughter.
Is that her?
Yes. Regina, honey, this is Snow White's father.
No, it is I who should bow to you. My dear Snow has many things, but a mother is not one of them. We lost her years ago. Since then, I have scoured the land looking for a wife.
Uh-oh. That's awfully
Will you marry
fast.
me, Regina?
What? What? What kind of fairy tale land is this? No, it's fairy tale land, but still, who that fast? Come on, like I'm in agreement with her dad.
Yes.
Hey, mom, shush.
Marry me.
Regina, what are you doing? What's happened? Did you tell your mother?
No. And now I can never tell her. She won't understand. That girl I saved was the king's daughter. And now he's proposed to me. The only way out is to run.
It's so weird to see like a loving and caring Regina rather than the evil queen we all know. So, okay. So like this whole time, like throughout the whole series, she keeps mentioning that she loved Once Upon a Time and all this. So I'm guessing this is Regina's backstory of the person she loved and all that. This is very interesting. It's just weird seeing her not be evil.
Snow! Dear, what are you doing?
You said to get back on the horse and...
No, Snow! Snow!
Why were you kissing that man in the stable? You're to marry my father. You're to be my mother.
But I don't love him.
Why not?
Love doesn't work that way. True love is magic.
Then you must marry him.
Snow's like,
Tell father right away.
No.
Surely he'll understand.
Perhaps, but not everyone will. My mother, for one, she'll stand in the way. Do you know what a secret is? What I told you. You must keep it a secret.
there's the secret. Okay. See, this is all coming full circle finally. It's all finally coming full circle. So in The Huntsman, in the episode with the Huntsman, when Graham died back in episode 7, Graham asked her, what did Snow do for the queen to want to have her heart? And the queen said she couldn't keep a secret. So this is the secret that is being brought to light finally. Now we finally know what Snow did to... Well, I mean, we don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure she obviously didn't keep a secret, like the queen said. And it's regarding Daniel and, the whole, her being in love thing with the stable boy. This is not going to end well.
Every time I go down a path I think leads somewhere, it ends up being a dead end. I used to think I had these great instincts, superpower.
Sounds like you got a case of writer's block. I usually reread what I've done rather than plow ahead blindly. Sometimes I find there'll be a little nugget of inspiration left behind.
You mean start over?
I mean, when I start writing, I usually have one idea. And then in the middle, I may get another idea. And...
So your perspective changes.
Exactly. Where are you going?
Scene of the crime.
I'll drive.
No, I'm fine. August, look. My shovel must have broken off when it hit a rock. If we can find the shovel that it broke off of, we can prove that Mary Margaret didn't bury the heart. We can prove that she's innocent.
And I'm gonna guess you know exactly whose shovel it is.
Roro.
We got her. It warms my heart how you two share everything. Why is she pulled away from me? I love her so much, but she's not letting me help her, and I'd do anything to make her happy.
You do anything?
Snow.
Of course, dear.
Then don't make her get married.
I'm sorry?
She loves someone else. She made me promise not to tell. She can't lose her mother.
You must tell me.
Snow.
I need you to unlock the garage for me. Because I have a search warrant that says that you have to.
Why do I have a feeling that shovel's gonna be gone? Why? Why? I just haven't.
You knew I was coming. How on earth would I know that?
Replaced it.
Hey.
How could you do this? How could you do this to me, to Mary Margaret?
Whoa, slow down.
The shovel was gone when I got there. Regina knew I was coming for it.
You think that I told her? I would hope that you would have enough faith to know that I would never betray you.
That the trial starts tomorrow, and it won't be a long one. And you'll be sent out of Storybrooke for good, and I will never have to see you again. I want to enjoy this while I still can.
She has no idea what you're talking about, Regina.
I don't know what this is about. I don't know what I ever did to you, but whatever it was, Regina, I'm sorry. I did not kill Catherine.
I know. But you do deserve this.
Let's go. You could have at least left a note. You sneak out of my house in the dead of night and think I won't notice? How dare you?
I want to be with Daniel.
Oh, you don't know what you want. I didn't make the sacrifices I did in life to get you to the cusp of greatness so that you could end up the wife of a stable boy.
It's my life.
Stand up to mommy.
So this is your decision.
Tell her what's up. That's right.
This will make you happy.
It already has.
And who am I to stop you? Daniel. Then there's one important lesson I can impart on you. It's what it means to be a parent. You always have to do what's best for your children.
Aha!
Mother! No! No!
You are most certainly the fairest of them all.
Thank you, dear.
I know you and Daniel will be so happy together.
What?
I just knew your mother would let you marry him once she knew how happy it'd make you.
Did you tell her about me and Daniel?
Yes.
But I told you very specifically not to.
I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to lose your mother. Are you mad?
Just a little bit.
I'm not mad at all. I'm going to be your stepmother, and I couldn't be happier.
Right here.
I just didn't want you to lose your mother.
This is like the moment you like see her heart shut down. Like if you ever watched the Vampire Diaries, it's like the moment she flips off her humanity switch.
You knew the king was traveling through our land, didn't you? That steed with snow on it didn't go wild on its own, did it?
I have no idea what you're saying.
We got her, Daniel. You told me you could fix this. That's why I came to you. So that you could make sure Regina didn't win.
But she hasn't yet.
Well, she's going to. And now my friend is going to pay for me trusting you.
Look, Sheriff, I know this is emotional. Hey, there's still time.
Time for what?
For me to work a little magic.
She's angry.
I made a mistake. This bug was from Sydney.
The newspaper guy?
I should have seen it.
Ruby! What's going on? She's in the alley. Oh, Lily, what happened?
Who's in the alley? Who that is? Who that is? Is that it? Oh, of course Rumple had something to do with it. Oh. So, Catherine's alive. I mean, it's good to see that she's not dead. But you know Rumple had something to do with that, just because at the very end he said, there's still time for me to work my magic. And then poof, there's Catherine in the alley. Rumple comes to the Queen, to Regina. Gold comes to Regina and strikes a deal with her that, you know, the whole thing of how it all leads up is the whole ploy. Like, Catherine, if something bad happened to Catherine and Mary Margaret, you know, the whole frame job. So that happened. All hope is like exceedingly becoming lost. Snow ends up agreeing to talk to the DA, and come to find out the DA is actually King George. He's recording an interview, and he gets Mary Margaret to say something she shouldn't have. That, you know, he kind of pushed her buttons and pushed her to that point to where she rebelled. You know, she said it in a sarcastic tone. She wasn't being realistic, but the fact is, now they have that on tape, and of course, you know, you can edit and do all that, and it makes her look even more guilty. You know, towards the end, basically, Mary Margaret's getting taken off to trial. Gold tells Emma that, you know, he's still got time to work magic. It's not over yet. And Emma's so mad because she feels like she let Mary Margaret down that she throws a base, finds out Sydney's behind it. Sydney planted a bug, so not behind it. Sydney planted a bug, so she knows now that Sydney is still working with Regina. Thank God that came out, because you hear Ruby scream, and poof, there's Catherine. All dirtied up, looks like she's been held hostage. What side is Mr. Gold on? Like, I still don't. It's like he plays to his own tune, and I think that's what he's doing. I hate to say it, I don't think he's on anybody's side. I think he's playing to his own, you know, gratification, like his own. He's got an end goal of his own in mind. Let's move over to Enchanted Forest. So the Enchanted Forest side of things, this is where we finally learn, oh my God, we finally learned that what has been going on that caused the rivalry between the Evil Queen and Snow White. It's about time we figured this out. It's more than enough time that we figured this out. So that, I mean, that's a good thing. So basically, this episode is based off the Stable Boy. This was Regina before she became queen, before all the bad things happened. So now we know what Regina has lost in her life. She said that she's loved once before, and losing that love, we know what's going on now. So this is like the ploy, the whole entire season, why the Queen hates Snow White so much, and why she wants him dead, or not necessarily wants her dead, but wants her to feel all the pain in the world, because it's what she's feeling too. Because personally, I think it was dumb to trust a kid with a secret to begin with. You don't trust any kids with secrets. I mean, in my personal opinion, because they're too young, in my opinion, to understand what it is. So, I mean, how are you gonna fault I don't even know how old Snow was in that episode. She looked like she was 11 or 12. You know, like I said, how are you going to fault a little kid that's innocent and just wants to see you happy? You know, I mean, it sucks what happens, but you can't really fault Snow White on that. I mean, in my personal opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. So, guys, that was episode 18. It was a really good episode. I definitely give it 4 out of 5. Guys, I appreciate you watching this with me, and we'll see you again for another reaction soon.